Hi, welcome back. So by now you will have created your email account, you'll have had your first look in your email inbox, opened an email and learned how to delete an email. So we're going to move on and look at sending emails in the next couple of videos, and also a little bit more about how your inbox works and all the settings in there. So let's tap on your mail again, which is either the M for Gmail or your envelope. Open up your mail and have another little look around. So in this video, I think the first thing that we're going to do is learn how to send an email before we start looking further into all the settings. So you should have somewhere a compose button. You can see down there a compose button, or sometimes it's a little pencil, if you see the little pencil there on its own. But that's what you're looking for, is the compose or pencil or write email. And then you can see it's a button because it's outlined, and it's telling you it wants you to press on that. That's what that means. It's in its own little shape, so we know we can tap on it. So let's give that a tap, and we'll wait for the page to open. And here it's asking us, it's created a blank page for us to create an email on. So you can see the first thing that's happened is it's brought the keyboard up for us straight away. But what I'm going to do is just remove the keyboard just to go through the page, and I'm just going to tap the arrow at the bottom just to take the keyboard away, because I just want to go through the layout of an email before we actually start writing one, just so you understand what everything is. So the first box here should be filled with your email address, and it says from. So it's from you, so the sender will know that and see who this email is from, and that means they can reply to you as well, to your email address. We've got the to section, so we're not just writing the person's name there, we actually need to write their email address in correctly, so you need to make sure you've got that written down correctly before you type it in. Down here we've got the subject. Now it's important that you fill this in, because when your emails come up or are received by somebody, people usually like to see a subject so they know what the email's about, and then you write your message down here. So they're the 4 parts of an email that you need to remember. So let's go through. We've got our email address in the top already. So I'm just going to send this to my work email, and I will put this on the document, or you can write it down. It's samantha@crossgatesgns.org.uk. Now some of you will already have that email. So if this is your first time sending an email, send the email to me and just ask if I've received it, and I'll reply back to you, and you can do that as a test. Okay, so we've got my email address in there. If you can see what happened there, let me type that in again. You can see sometimes it comes up underneath, and the more emails you do, the more it will remember. So sometimes I might only need to start typing Sam, and it will pre-fill it underneath like it does on Google, and we can just tap where it's written and it will fill it in for us. So I'm just going to put in a test there, but you can just put in subject, how are you, maybe you're organising something with your family, so you can put that in there. Maybe you're sending a photo or a recipe, so you can just put the subject should only be just a very short sentence. You haven't got a lot of space, so don't write a big message in your subject. So again, we always tap where we want to type, so the next stage is to compose the email. So let's tap there. Again, you can't see a lot of the typing area whilst you're typing this email, so let's see what happens, because you can see a lot of it's covered up. So I'm just going to put hi, Sam. So at this stage we want a new line. We don't want to continue typing here, we want the next part of the email to go underneath. So if you remember from the typing exercise, to create a new line, we want to tap the enter button, which on this tablet is highlighted in blue on the right hand side. Yours may or may not be blue, it might just be white, but it will be a similar symbol on it. So we want to tap that, and usually after I've said hello, I tap it a couple of times to create a paragraph. So you can see that the email that we're writing on is moving up, so we can see where we're typing now. So how, and you can see it's guessing what I'm wanting to type. So if you don't want to spend ages typing everything out, look on the top bar and you can see it's saying R on the right hand side. It's guessing that R wants to come up after how are you. It's also giving me the option to put a little smiley face on there if I want to, which is quite nice. So we'll do another enter. It's moving up again. Would you like to... Oops, so you see I've made a mistake there with my typing. So I'm just going to use my backspace to rub that out and then add a space bar in. Would you like to go for... I'm going to put a T in instead of the R. So I've just rubbed the T out, type the R in. I can tap on the word A, that's come up, and walk. And then I'll need the question mark because I've asked a question. So on this keyboard, the question mark is just above the full stop on the right hand side. You can see the question mark there. So we'll press the enter a couple of times and then you can just sign off with your name. I mean, I've just wrote this to myself, but you will sign off with your name under there. So yeah, that's just how you type the email out. So you can just keep it, put as much or as little as you want in the body of that email. So the next thing that we want to do, we've wrote the email, but we actually want to send it to the person that is going to receive it. And to do that, you're looking for this arrow at the top here. This is how it looks in Google Mail. There may be an arrow in other email providers, or it might say send, but that's what you're looking for in Google Mail. Once you've clicked on that or tapped on that, the email's going to go straight away. So read it through, check you're okay, that you no spelling errors, and tap on the blue send. And down at the bottom, a little black box has popped up saying send. I don't know if you can see that down there. It might disappear. Can you see that down there? It was just a little black box that said send. If we want to check and we're still not quite sure, did the email go? Well, what we can do, if you remember from what I've said before, the 3 bars are always a menu up there. So let's tap on those. And we've got a list of things on this menu down the left-hand side here. And again, we can't see everything on this menu unless we scroll up. You can see I can scroll all the way up. Don't worry about all of these, some of them we'll come back to. All I'm looking for now, just to check, is my sent item box there. So let's tap on that. And you can see this is the email that I've just sent here that's come up. And there it is, to Samantha. This is the subject. You can see how it says test there, so just keep it small. And then you can always see the first line of the email. So that's how it will look to the person that's receiving it. That's how it will come up for them. And you can see the main part of the email on the right hand side. Now, if you're in sent items, you've gone to sent items and checked your email, you need to go back to your main inbox. The reason being is if you stay here and you can see it says sent items box there, you won't see any emails that come in. So that's something just to be aware of, to check which email box you're in, because you have an inbox and you have a sent item box. There are a couple of others that we will look at, but they're the main ones for now. So to get back to your inbox, if you remember, we went on the left hand side and found sent. You can see there all inboxes. So we'll just tap on that. It's just scrolling, it's just loading up, which is fine. And we're back into our inbox now. So this is all inbox. We've also got primary inbox there. That's another one to use. The primary inbox won't get, I guess, any kind of maybe junk email really. So there'll be less emails in your primary inbox. So you can choose either one of those if you want to see everything, or if you want to get rid of any junk, you can pick your primary inbox. And at the top here, again, you can see it's saying all inboxes. So that's how we know where we are. If I do tap on primary, you can see there's a lot less emails there. So it's just worth looking between the two, and it's telling me I'm in my primary inbox. So Google knows to put only your important emails in there. Anything else, anything promotional, will go in the other inboxes. So tap on all inboxes, and you can see I've got 5 or 6 other emails there that I haven't got in my primary inbox. Okay, so that's just an overview of how to send an email, how to check the emails gone, and how to get back to your main inbox. So I want you to go ahead and practice that if that's your first time. You can watch the video as often as you want. You can pause the video and come out of the video and go back to your email, or you can just make some notes as well. And then, yeah, if you haven't yet got the email addresses of any friends and family, go ahead and send one to me and just test it. And in the meantime, ask your friends and family for their email address and give them yours exactly as you wrote it down and created it in your notepad. And keep a note of your password. Don't give them your password, that's just for you. They only need your email address, and collect theirs, and you can start sending emails to them. So I hope you found that useful, and we'll pick up more in the next video.